Hoping to find a way to produce valuable gold, our ancestors stumbled upon the production of porcelain. For centuries now, humankind has been reaping the benefits of this material. White gold is still being produced in the small village of Triptis in Thuringia. The first porcelain manufacturer settled in Triptis in 1890, and the industrialization of the small village began. Originally, the factory primarily made porcelain articles for everyday use, such as rolling pins, cruets, and bowls. By 1905, the factory had more than 440 employees. Towards the end of the Second World War, essential parts of the old factory were destroyed by bombs. In 1959, it was decided to erect a new factory, capable of producing much more porcelain. The new factory's first oven was fired up in 1962. In the years that followed, the plant was expanded little by little. In the 1970s, more than 1,200 workers were employed at the plant, which belonged to the United Porcelain Factories Collective. 80% of those workers were women. The porcelain factory was one of the region's primary employers. After the reunification of Germany, the entire facility was modernized and is now capable of manufacturing more than 3,500 tons of porcelain per year. Experts are familiar with 4 different methods for turning the basic raw material of porcelain into the familiar articles we use every day. The first of these is called turning. The raw material is initially rolled into a cylindrical shape. Using a roller head, the raw material is turned at the wall of the cylinder. Excess material is removed, and blemishes are smoothed using a wet sponge. This gives the product a completely smooth, rounded surface. Subsequently, the handle is added to the cup. For intricately shaped articles, die casting is used. Liquid raw porcelain is pressed into a plastic form that is permeable to water. The finished product will have the shape of the plastic form. After hardening, only a few touch-ups by hand are required. Casting is a venerable way of shaping porcelain. Both traditional handcraft methods and modern technology are used. Casting requires pressing the raw porcelain into a form made of plaster. The plaster absorbs moisture from the porcelain, and once the excess mixture is poured off, the porcelain hardens in the desired form. Depending on quantity and quality desired, the experts choose between manual working methods and automated machinery, which makes it possible to produce finished goods much faster. Casting is the preferred method when it comes to producing complex items in a single step. An entirely different method of giving shape to porcelain is isostatic compression, which is mainly used to make round articles, such as plates. The material is brought into shape using high pressure, and thus takes its final form in just seconds. After a few minor additional steps are performed, the product is finished. The raw porcelain still has to be hardened in the kiln. The porcelain is first fired at 800 degrees Celsius. During the firing process, the porcelain hardens and takes on its surface texture, thereby making the next production steps possible. Filling the kiln also requires a combination of high-quality manual labor and modern technology. The subsequent glazing process ensures a robust porcelain surface that resists scratching and is hard enough to withstand modern automatic dishwashers. The automated glazing process makes it possible to produce high quantities of premium quality porcelain in a short length of time. Once they have the right shape and surface texture, all porcelain articles are gloss-fired at 1400 degrees Celsius. This step ensures that both the raw material and the glaze retain their hardness, as you would expect of a good porcelain product. The pieces produced in this way are ready to use as they are, but ornamentation has become indispensable for many porcelain articles. The decoration department gives them their inimitable appearance, either by hand or with the help of modern technology. In addition to the familiar onion pattern, delicate ornamental scenes and unmistakable decoration are added, so the finished products give the right impression. The fact that each of these work steps is performed in the highest possible quality at the Triptis porcelain plant is evidenced by the many orders placed by renowned hotels and elegant restaurants, as well as the growing number of loyal customers who again and again rely on the quality and sophistication of the products manufactured here. The extraordinary quality can be observed in the current product collections of Universo Uncala. In addition to special patterns and one-of-a-kind articles, the in-house factory outlet shop features a wide range of porcelain masterpieces, which are presented in many diverse styles and forms. And you can also count on the well-founded advice of an expert, familiar with all of the products manufactured at the Triptis Porcelain Factory. Cups, plates, and bowls of all kinds, as well as a wide range of special articles, such as sugar bowls and candle holders, can be found here. And everyone who wants to serve a special meal to special guests in a special setting knows the old German saying, "You also have to feast your eyes." Each individual article in the broad selection of porcelain produced by the Triptis Porcelain Factory is just that, a feast for the eyes.